Let's go ahead and take a look at this confidence interval for a mean where we start with some raw data. So it says archaeologists have studied sizes of Egyptian skulls in an attempt to determine whether breeding occurred between different cultures. Listed below are widths in millimeters of skulls from 150 AD. Construct a 90% confidence interval estimate of the mean skull width. So here they gave us the data for a number of different skulls that they collected from this sample from many, many years ago. And we would like to construct a 90% confidence interval to see what the mean skull width was for this time period for the whole population. So let's go ahead and open this in Statcrunch by clicking on the little blue icon and selecting Open in Statcrunch. To construct a confidence interval for a mean, we're going to go ahead and go to Stat, T-Stats. This time we're selecting one sample because we only had one sample of information here, and we're going to choose with data because they did give us the actual raw data. They didn't give us the information in a summarized format. They gave us the original data. So with data. So all we have to do is select the column where this data was stored. And if we pay attention, we can see that the data was stored in the first column, which is only labeled as variable 1. If we scroll down, and we select that just by clicking on it, and then you'll see the name of that column appear over here on the right to indicate that it has been appropriately selected. If we scroll down, we're going to go ahead and click on confidence interval because we do want to do a confidence interval for this particular data. Just trying to make sure we can see everything we need to see. And this was supposed to be a 90% confidence interval. So for the level of confidence here, we're going to change this to 0.90 for 90%. We always enter it as a decimal. And then we're going to click compute. So this is the confidence interval right here. This is the lower limit of the confidence interval, 129.7, and this is the upper limit, 137.5. If we come over here, we see that we're supposed to round to 2 decimal places. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy each of these numbers into their appropriate spots. Make sure that the smaller number is always going in the cell that's on the left, and the bigger number is always going on the right. Should go least to greatest. And we want to round to 2 decimal places, so 2 digits after the decimal point. So for the first one, we want 0.72. The 1 that's coming after the 2 means we should round down, i.e. leave that 2 as a 2. And same thing for the second. We have 0.55. The number after that second 5 is a 3, which means we round down. So we'll leave this as 0.55. So we expect that the true mean width of the skulls from the Egyptians during this time period is somewhere between 129.72 millimeters and 137.55 millimeters.